Okay, so this is just going to be a real quick live because I, I was just thinking, mulling over this arrest report again, and okay, so this is what I Bubby, you something else. What, baby? Go tell Gabby to give you some ice cream. Close the door, please. Okay, so the mom, Diane, told the school resource officer, Officer Nobles, that Madalena went missing since 11:22 at noon. She also told him that Madalena went missing from 11:23 at 10 p.m. Hey Sherry, so I got to thinking about the trip. Okay, if she's saying that the last time she saw Madalena was on 11:23 at 10 p.m., let's go from that one. Apparently, according to the arrest report, the mom and the stepdad had a big falling out that night, that same night, 11:23. So his trip that he took would have been on 11:24. 11:24 is the day that she says she went into Madalena's room to check on her at about 11:30 a.m. and Madalena was gone. So follow me, right? I posted this on the community wall too, and I think it's a little clearer on there. But he takes a trip, a road trip, after they have a fight. What did they fight about? Possibilities. Purely speculation. Just speculation. Just my gears turning. I'm not accusing anybody of anything or pointing fingers or none of that stuff. All alleged. Mother finds out that stepdad is somehow abusing Madalena. They fall out about it. He disappears Madalena. The mom goes along with it either complicitly or by force or coercion. Or mom was somehow abusing her and went too far. Stepdad, either willingly or by force, helps to cover it up. There's something not sitting right with me about that trip. Y'all have a fight tonight, you take a trip tomorrow, and tomorrow is also when this baby disappears. Something about that trip has something to do with Madalena being gone for whatever reason. Maybe he got mad at his wife, and when he took his trip, he just took Madalena with him anyway. Didn't bother to tell his wife, "Hey, I got the baby," and something happened to her on the trip, or he took her on the trip specifically to do something to her. That trip is not sitting right. Then, what really makes the trip not sit right is if she finds her daughter missing while he's going on this trip, why didn't she call and ask him if he had Madalena with him? Why would you wait 3 or 4 days for him to come back to ask him? If it was my kid, the first thing I would have done was call the other adult in the house, and because that's your reasonable, logical next thought is she's with him. Hey, do you have Madalena with you? No, I don't have her with me. Right? Then after he comes back and she asks him about it, they still wait another 2 or 3 weeks. And I think the only reason that Madalena even got reported missing after that 2 or 3 weeks is because the school was coming down on them with that truancy thing. So mom shoots a quick lie to the teacher, "Hey, I'll be over there on such and such date. I'm going to bring Madalena with her. We need to talk about this stuff, blah, blah, blah." Suddenly she shows up at the school without Madalena because Madalena has already disappeared. So she can't bring Madalena. And then it's, oh, she's missing. And it was probably such a spur of the moment decision that's why the story couldn't get straight. Why she couldn't keep times and dates straight when talking to the same person in one conversation. I also want to think that Since they're specifically saying he went on a trip to Michigan, I almost want to say he actually went in the opposite direction. Throw a rock and hide your hand. Draw attention that way when the business is really the other way. Now, he could have actually went to Michigan to get whatever he was going to get from his family because that would be the alibi. But he was gone for 3 or 4 days, so he could have easily taken a detour somewhere else, either going or coming. I mean, look at the Gannon Stout case, right? T Stout finds some kind of way between Colorado and the Carolinas to drop poor Gannon off all the way down in Florida. So he could have made a detour. I want to know if they've checked his car, whatever vehicle he was supposed to have driven, and any other vehicles associated with this family. I want to know if they've checked that car for anything like DNA, blood, hair, anything out of place, a hair barrette, a ribbon, a notebook that belongs to Madeline, anything. Check the mileage. Check surveillance or speed cams or whatever between where he left and where he supposedly went, and see if maybe he detoured, because there's too many cameras out there. There's a ton of traffic cameras, even on highways. That's how you get speeding tickets when you're flying down the highway and you don't see a state trooper, but it's a camera there. That's how you get that ticket in the mail. I wish I had a way of finding out what's been checked and what's not been checked. I mean, these guys are professionals. I know they're doing their job. They're on top of it, especially with the FBI involved. But I'm just brainstorming. Anyway, that's it. I just had those couple of thoughts that I just wanted to throw out there. And so now I'm going to hop off of here because Bubby will be back in a minute demanding my attention. So good night again.